The world is messed up by some weird force that messes with people's heads, making them feel super down and even driving them to off themselves. The movie starts in this kind of gloomy skating rink in Barcelona where Sebastian is just chillin', watching his daughter Anna do her thing on the ice. Out of nowhere, this gang of blind intruders roll in, all wanting their stuff. They get into a scuffle with Sebastian and Anna, but eventually peace out and bounce. Embark on an enthralling odyssey filled with unexpected turns and daring escapades, as an extraordinary group of unconventional renegades ventures through a world where reality bends and the unimaginable unfolds. Prepare for an exhilarating roller coaster ride of wit and intrigue, as this remarkable ensemble navigates this unpredictable realm of limitless possibilities. Buckle up for a promising and unforgettable cinematic experience. Once the coast is clear, Sebastian and Anna throw on these blackout goggles and step out into the bright sunshine. They run into this group of survivors, and Sebastian is like, I want to roll with you guys. He spills the beans about his background as a construction engineer and says he knows where they can score some generators to keep the lights on and stay warm. Sebastian tells Anna to stick with him unless he hollers for her. They head into this bus station, or warehouse kind of joint, where Sebastian meets up with the rest of the crew. They fill him in on how some of them got messed up by these seers in the past. These seers are like these weird folks who don't seem affected by the bad vibes around, and they try to get others to see it too. Creepy, right? The next morning, while everyone's knocked out on the bus, Sebastian goes and locks up the driver's area. Dude starts the engine and takes off with the bus, leaving everyone behind without their blindfolds. Stuff gets real, and some folks end up getting hurt. Turns out, Sebastian is one of those seer dudes. He's convinced that the entity causing all this chaos is actually some godly being that's saving humanity and making him croak. And get this, his daughter Anna, she ain't even real. She's like this ghostly figure pushing him to make others face the creature. Doing what Anna tells him, Sebastian guides each member of the group to open their eyes, one by one. And man, once they catch a glimpse of that entity, each person decides to end their own life. It's like some messed up chain reaction. Then, we get a flashback from like 9 months earlier. Barcelona is straight up going nuts because of this unseen thing, and people are freaking out, trying to escape. Sebastian goes and gets Anna from school, but then the most tragic thing happens. His wife dies in a car crash. Life can be a real kick in the teeth sometimes. In search of some peace and a safe spot, Sebastian stumbles upon a church, where he meets this dude named Esteban, who's a pastor. And get this, Esteban actually thinks that the entity is like an angel or something. He's all about the idea that death is gonna free humanity from suffering. Sebastian and Anna do their best to hide. But one unlucky day, a crew of seers led by the pastor finds their secret spot and captures them both. The pastor puts the pressure on Anna, making her open her eyes, and sadly, that ends up costing her life way too soon. When Sebastian finally comes face to face with the entity, something unexpected happens. Instead of Sebastian biting the dust, his daughter pops back into the picture. Then, Sebastian bumps into another crew of survivors, led by this dude named Rafa. He's got his loyal pack of dogs by his side, which is pretty cool. The group also includes Octavio, the delivery guy who's got some knowledge in physics, Roberto and Isabel, this couple doing their thing, Claire, this English shrink, and Sophia, this young German girl who got separated from her mom. Sophia spills the beans about this mountain castle called Montjuic. Apparently, folks thinks it's the safest spot to hide from the entity. With their minds set on reaching the castle, the crew hits the road, ready for anything. Unfortunately, Rafa bites the dust pretty early on the journey. Turns out, Sebastian played a sneaky move and messed with the dog leashes, causing Rafa's demise. It's a bummer, man. The rest of the gang finds some shelter to regroup. Now, Octavio comes up with this theory, right? He's all like, this entity thing is actually a quantum being. It feeds off our emotions, especially fear and grief. Pretty wild idea if you ask me. Sebastian pulls a messed up move and leads Octavio to his death. But you know what? He starts having second thoughts about Anna and whether what he's doing is actually right. The rest of the crew keeps trucking, but unfortunately, Roberto and Isabel don't make it. They're gone, man. Such a shame. Claire, on the other hand, starts to suspect that Sebastian ain't all he appears to be. She's like, hold up, this dude's a seer. I can feel it. So she steps in and protects Sophia from him. But here's the twist. Sebastian, who's actually starting to resist Anna's control, manages to convince Claire and Sophia that he ain't out to cause harm. He swears to protect them and turn over a new leaf. The pastor and his crew track down Claire, Sophia, and Sebastian. Sebastian makes sure Claire and Sophia get to this lift thing. Then he faces off with Esteban, the pastor. These two dudes go at it, fighting hard. But in the end, both of them got messed up by their wounds. It's a sad scene, but Sebastian, even though he's hurt, finds some peace knowing he guided Claire and Sophia to safety. At least they did something right, you know? Claire and Sophia make it to the mountain castle. But surprise, surprise, it's actually an army camp. Sophia finally reunites with their mom, which is a pretty heartwarming moment. Meanwhile, Claire finds herself in the lab, getting all tested up. They're trying to come up with some antibody that'll make peeps immune to the entity's influence. In the last scene, we see these researchers administering the antibody to some rats. They're all locked up in a secure containment room. Gotta keep those little guys safe, you know? There's this experimental subject, right? Turns out, they're one of those seers. They're all antsy and on edge as this creepy growling sound starts to come from the room. They're like, whoa, hold up, I gotta see what's going down. They're seriously curious and can't wait to find out what's about to unfold. So as we bid you farewell, we invite you to carry the spirit of Box Barcelona and embrace the unexpected and the absurd in your own adventures. Thanks for joining us, and stay tuned as the next chilling adventure awaits.